We have new series coming from many of our studio's longtime partners, including the creators of This Is Us, New Girl, and Empire. So how do we know these are the right creators? Because the shows I just mentioned have all been hits here and around the world. And this is what they have coming up. Only Murders in the Building reunites two comedy legends. They'll be joined by one of the most popular stars on the planet, someone who has over 370 million followers.
Selena Gomez, Steve Martin, and Martin Short.
These next two series are ripped from the headlines, the type of stories our audience loves. The Dropout is the unbelievable story of Elizabeth Holmes. She's the Silicon Valley con artist who captivated the world. This show started with a gripping investigation and podcast produced by our very own ABC News.
Kate McKinnon from Saturday Night Live.
DOPESICK is a deeply emotional drama series. It's about heroes who are battling the worst drug crisis in history. It's an important story, and we've assembled an all-star team to tell it.
Michael Keaton, Rosario Dawson, and Peter Sarsgaard.
So 3 distinctive series from 3 great creators, all featuring major stars and all available on Hulu and Star. And in addition to shows we own, Hulu will also continue to pick series from outside studios, especially shows from exceptional creators like David E. Kelley. He's one of my favorite writers, and I'm proud to have worked with him for the past 28 years. From Ally McBeal to Big Little Lies, his shows are huge everywhere. And the next one is for Hulu. 9 Perfect Strangers is a thriller that attracted 2 of the biggest stars working today.
Nicole Kidman, Melissa McCarthy, and Regina Hall.
And while we're hard at work on new series, Hulu also has returning hits, like Golden Globe winner Rami, Emmy-nominated The Great, and Emmy, Golden Globe, and Peabody Award winner The Handmaid's Tale. The Handmaid's Tale is a cultural phenomenon. It's a juggernaut. There are many critically acclaimed shows out there, but none have pierced the culture like this one.
Wake up, America. We're just getting started.
She is out there planning who knows what kind of atrocities to visit upon our righteous nation.
What happens in the next few weeks will determine the future of this country.
Change never comes easy. This war isn't going to win itself.
Blessed be the squad.
It's not safe where we're going.
It's not safe anywhere.
You can't save her. Some women don't want to be saved.
We can't rest. We're the ones we've been waiting for.
Handmaids is the biggest hit in the history of Hulu, and we are committed to its future. As a matter of fact, I'm happy to announce today that we're ordering season 5. Now I want to talk about adult animation for just a moment. Look at the shows we've produced over the past 3 decades. We have the largest library anywhere, and we're making more than 1,500 episodes available for Hulu and Star. And finally, I want to talk about reality shows because the Hulu audience loves them. But remember our strategy for originals. It's not about volume. It's about picking the right ideas and the perfect partners. Noisy, breakout stars who create conversation. Well, no one does it better than this group. We're thrilled to bring these global stars to a global audience. What I've shared today is just some of what's in store. Our biggest hit makers are creating great shows that we will make available to Hulu and Star. They'll join an incredible lineup from our vast library. It's truly game-changing. And speaking of game changers, I'm happy to introduce the longtime leader of the most prestigious brand in our industry. Here's my great colleague, John Landgraf, to talk about FX.
Thanks very much, Dana. I have been honored to be your colleague over these many years, and I'm so happy we get to continue our wonderful partnership at our new home. 25 years ago, FX began as a location rather than a mark of any particular distinction or quality. Specifically, FX was just the name of a linear channel in a cable program guide. Still, one thing we all know from the great legacy of Disney is that if you work hard enough, you can sometimes take a once ordinary location, just a vacant plot of land, and invest enough passion and creativity in it to make it an extraordinary destination and brand. Over the past 20 years, by working with great creative talent to bring exceptionally compelling original stories and characters to our audience, FX has made the name of our little channel, one of the more than 500 just like it, into something truly special. So, how did we get here? We focused relentlessly on giving our audience some of the very best television anywhere, and they responded by turning FX into more than just the name of a cable channel. FX became a real brand, a mark of quality wherever it might be located, by earning love show after show and year after year from the fans of our distinct and reliably excellent original programming. This is because FX shows consistently score incredibly high marks with audiences. For the past 18 years, since the launch of our first premium original series, the award-winning and history-making drama The Shield, the FX batting average in user ratings at the Internet Movie Database on a scale of 1 to 10 is among the best in U.S. television at every elite level. 7 out of 10 stars and above, 7.5 and above, 8 and above, and 8.5 and above. These are batting average for quality for our scripted television programs premiering in the U.S. for almost 2 decades. For example, a remarkable 78% of all FX shows are rated 7.5 out of 10 or above by IMDb users. And we fare even better on Rotten Tomatoes. There, 74% of our shows post an audience score of 80% or better. In fact, for every original FX series ever made, the overall average score with Rotten Tomatoes audiences stands at an incredible 86%. However, despite FX's 2 decades of creating excellent shows, much of that success achieved side by side with my longtime creative colleague and partner, Dana Walden, linear channels are just not the optimal location for a couple of thousand great episodes of television. And that fact caused many FX original series to be licensed and scattered across numerous other platforms, sometimes resulting in confusion as to which brand was actually responsible for fostering these beloved shows. But along came Disney, which acquired both FX and a majority stake in Hulu, and then enhanced the growth of FX as a brand by creating an FX-branded presence on Hulu, which has now become the singular U.S. streaming location at which the past, present, and future of FX's great shows could be gathered. On Hulu, FX has been able to reclaim 18 years of great work and to finally distill our brand's entire legacy in a permanent streaming home as the foundation of quality that it is.